And hello. Hello out there to all of you who are tuning in and will be tuning in or will be seeing this a little bit later on or whatever time that you see this on any platform that I'm on, whether I am on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever the case may be. Hello to all of you out there. Thank you for coming on in. I'm going to try to be brief as possible because it is the dawning before everything. I'm about to go punch the clock because it's time to make the donuts and things. But I wanted to come to you real quickly and bring a topic of discussion that I think is noteworthy. I may be back a little bit on later tonight. I don't know just yet, honey. I might. It depends on if I can pull this off. But in any event, before we get started, for those of you who don't know who I am, this is Demetrius Big Meach Taylor, and you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meach right here and right now. So before I bring it to you live, loud, and in living color, I invite you to go to my website. My website is www.dishingtea.com. That's www.dishingtea.com. And make sure you subscribe and follow and share, honey. Take this message, honey, and share so that we can bring about all kinds of discussion and things and dishing tea and ducking a few crumpets, baby. You know what I'm saying? So having said all that, let me get into it. Let's see, I see some of you are coming on up in here. Ricky and Billy, hello there, my darlings. Thanks for coming. So let me jump into this because, like I said, I'm trying to be cute. I don't want to be all night with this because y'all know talking is a hobby. Yeah. But I want to pose a question to you. And I want to know, why is it that we get so serious with people who are just doing their jobs? I call this on-the-job integrity, okay? And, you know, I work hotel security, amongst other things, and things of that nature. And I want to know, why is it that we always seem to want to job shame somebody or just shame them period because they're doing their job? What the hell is this thing of people saying that, oh, you take your job too seriously? Okay? What the hell is that? Okay? Why is it that people get into these whole big old things that because I'm doing the right thing or because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and because I'm doing all that is within my job description, because it doesn't satisfy your need, or because it doesn't give you the hookup, or because it challenges you, or because I have to sit down and criticize you, not criticize you, but correct your mistake, or just sit down and to shape and mold stuff that's going on. Why is it that you always feel that, oh, you take your job too seriously? Okay? As a security officer, you know, it's the one thing for us to sit down and, you know, ever since Mike Epps and that damn Top Flight Security, what movie was that? Was that Next Friday? Whichever film that was in. Oh, Top Flight Security, you know, security officers across the land, honey, end up being ridiculed and criticized about that. So, you know, we got the whole, oh, you ain't nothing but a rent-a-cop and this, that, and the other. And within this particular profession, it always seems as though because we don't give you the hookup, or because, you know, you coming into the store trying to steal or whatever, and because I tell you, no, you can't do this, and because you're trying to double talk me or fast talk me, or think that I'm supposed to have sympathy for you, that there is something there that, oh, you take your job too seriously. You know what I'm saying? What about cashiers? Those who sit down there and because they won't let you slide with the 10 cents or whatever, you know, oh, it's just a dime. Bitch, do you realize if everybody just had just a dime that I have to come out of my pocket because you don't do what you're supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? So why is it that we tend to get on folks and ridicule them and saying that, you know, you taking your job too seriously? I'm going to pose that question right there. I'm seeing folks coming in, so let me say hi to people as they're coming in. Let's see, Lorenzo done came in. Greg, hey baby, how you doing? Anthony, hello. BJ, you up in here? Really, hey baby. Hello to all of you. Jamita, hey, what's going on? Baltimore, what's happening out there? I need to come back out there. Let me get with your mama, honey, so I can see what's going on. I need to come back out there and carrying on. So that there is that. Kenneth just came up in here. Hey, baby, what's going on? But I'm talking about the whole thing of folks telling you that you taking your job too seriously. Now there are moments where I believe that that phrase, stands, because like there are certain jobs. For instance, those who are on the stock market, and they got those high stress jobs or whatever, and it seems as though everything about their job is so stress related to where they're damn near killing themselves because they take their job too seriously, to where they wear it on their sleeve, they go home with it, they bathe in it, they eat it, and this, that, and the other, to where it literally is killing them. You know what I'm saying? And so in that regard, I can understand where the sentiment comes from to you're taking your job too seriously. But for the most part, for those of us who are law-abiding citizens who want to sit down and make a living and carry it on, we want to do our best. Why is it that job performance is not congratulated anymore? You know what I'm saying? Is it because big business has become to rely on us to do that above and beyond that which we say is on our job description or within our pay scale or whatever? And then because they expect that, they end up weeding out jobs to where now we got people doing the jobs of 2 and 3 positions. You know what I'm saying? Because they weed out positions. So what is that for us, honey? Why is it that those of you who consider certain jobs to be menial, that they take their job too seriously? What about the construction worker, who may not work on the project, but he's standing out there holding the stop sign, to make sure that this car is stopping, this, that, and the other, and direct traffic. That there is important because, hey, we don't want nobody to get killed on the construction side or whatever, and things of that nature. So why is that an issue to where somebody could say, oh, you taking your job too seriously? What the hell, why do we shame folks into that? Is it because that we're so used to having lackadaisical service that we have let that become the norm and expect, and when we see somebody who is giving, exemplary service or whatever, that we question it and don't think that it's real or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that those particular kinds of attributes are looked upon and shunned upon as something wrong, as something that needs to be looked into, or something that you need to correct because you taking your job too seriously? Why is that? Why is it that we cannot, look for the above and beyond as the standard and as the norm? Let's look at those who are servers, okay? Now, y'all know, if you've never worked in a restaurant or never experienced restaurant style of work, then you don't understand that somebody who is your waiter or server, they only are getting paid an hourly wage of $2.80 an hour, okay? Now, you may say, how can they do that? And I'm still trying to understand that as well, as far as what makes that legal. But because this industry, they get tips, they have to claim their tips. They're supposed to claim them at the end of the night. I know for us, at one point every night before you clocked out, it would ask you what was the tips or whatever. You had to calculate and put your tips in, so that it can go down as something. And I remember I was still working security, but it was the hotel I was working for at the time. Greg, I'm sure you remember this over there at the Westin. Remember where they had to sit down there and do that in the time clock? They had to document that they collected tips, and so a lot of the kids were only put in if they had made like $20 or whatever for the night, and things of that nature. Well, they had to do that because there were some who wasn't claiming the tips, and would get in trouble with the IRS later. But that's a separate story. What I'm saying is to that point is a server because they get tipped, they have to claim those tips at the end of at the end of the year, because that became income. And then what ends up happening is they end up breaking their necks and breaking their backs and carrying on, trying to make sure that they serve you, trying to make sure that they make sure that your table is set and this, that, and the other. And there's supposed to be some kind of there's a pay scale. 10%, 15%, 20%, and carried on. That is the suggested standard rate off of your meal or whatever. So if you have $20, if you spent a meal and it was $20 or whatever, then the suggested tip is suggested to be what, 20% of 20 is what? That's $5. Okay, no, I'm sorry, that's $4. Yeah, it's $4 on $20, so 20%. So you calculate that. However, what ends up happening is you got some who are very generous and may do more. We have some who will sit up there and feel that they ain't supposed to tip you because you get an hourly rate and they don't. And then you have some that sit down there and will skimp out on it, be like, fuck it, because you think you're doing something by putting $1 down there that you done did something or whatever. Or the ones that want to be, I do this when I'm pissed off with service because there are times where the folks don't do what they're supposed to do. You come and sit me down, you take my order, but hell, you ain't been back to the table, you ain't refreshed the water, you ain't did nothing, but then you expect to get paid. That's a lie, okay? So, and then if they have a nasty attitude on top of it, that there means nothing. Now, if you want to piss them off, honey, you put a penny on the table as a tip. They're like, yeah, I left something. Because most of them will say, well, I would rather you have left nothing, because they would have expected that. But no, I put one on nice and make sure it's shiny, a penny or a nickel, right there on the table, But that there's what I do when they piss me off. But going back to about having integrity, on the job integrity, you want to say that folks go above and beyond, but yeah, in certain, like with the food industry or whatever, you're expecting them to go above and beyond because they have to work for a tip. But for those who don't have to work for tips or whatever, for those who are genuinely wanting to serve good service, wanting to be their best, wanting to be the top of their game, why is it that society or a lot of folks want to shame them into saying, oh, you doing too much? Okay, why is that? You know what I'm saying? What is it that we need to do in order to change that perception or whatever? How is it that we could overcome a lot of that particular shaming so that people can move forward and have a better work ethic? You know what I'm saying? When some of these particular jobs or whatever, you got new babies coming into the workforce. So as they are trained, they're trained to sit down there and to do this and to do that. You know what I'm saying? This is what the job is requiring. So if I have to sit down and tell you, no, you can't smoke here, and you want to sit down there and give me resistance, and I sit up there and say, no, you can't do that, or whatever, and I give and I stick to my guns, then you want to say, oh, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Hello there, darling. How are you, baby?
I'm good, baby, and you?
I'm good, baby.
Oh my God!
What?
Oh my
I told you. Shit. Okay. I told you. Okay. Oh, child, that's this queen at this job, child. She's very fuckable, honey, but that's another story. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have said that out loud, child, but that's okay. Why is it that we do not allow ourselves the opportunity to let ourselves grow? Why is it that we do not allow ourselves to let our work ethic speak volumes for us without having to deal with the hindrances or deal with the backlash of the general public? And why is it that the public, let's take that and put it onto the public now. Why do you as the public, and I have to look at myself when I'm not at work, What do I expect from anybody who's out who is in a power or doing their job? Do I expect for them to do X, Y, and Z because I may know the job or whatever? I know as a security officer, when I'm in regular clothes or not on the job and doing certain things, there are some times where security gets on my motherfucking nerves. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, you know, hold on a minute. Like, you got some rude fuckers out there that will sit down there and will irk you and press your buttons. But also, I have to take into consideration sometimes they may have a bad day, this, that, and the other. So I respect that and carrying on. At the same time of respecting that, there are moments where I sit down there and say, you know what, fuck all that. You know, sometimes you just got to deal with them because they want to take you and they push you to that particular point because they feel as though they have that authority. You know, or sometimes they feel as though they let the power go to their heads. You know what I'm saying? So is that what we mean when we say you getting too serious on your job? Because oftentimes, sometimes it could be perception. You know, I may think that you're taking a power to your head, but it could be you just being assertive to making sure that you're understanding the job. You know what I'm saying? Or understanding that I'm doing my job. Now, hold on. We got a few comments that came in. Darn. Hey, baby. How are you? Greg, you say, what, Meach, we had a department head who believed his job was to jam people up even when they were innocent. He was the example of someone who had no integrity. Okay, now, you know what? Now, that there is true. Okay. Hello there, Domingo. How are you? I'm good, baby. About to go hit this clock in a second. But one of the things that I wanted to get to ask the public, because as people who, you know, we're consumers and things, and we have to deal with people who are in service jobs on a daily basis. Why is it that we always want to say that they are taking their job too seriously if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing and it disagrees with your corruption? When you coming up in here pulling a stunt, and you know you pulling a stunt, see, those are the children I want to get to. Let's remove all the ones who are assholes and all the ones who really got a job that they don't want and it shows. Let's remove those because those people speak for themselves, okay? But let's talk about these children, honey, who go through who want to make it a point to job shame, who want to sit down there and make it a point to be the asshole, to get on everyone's nerves, to sit down there to push the button and the envelope, to make it whatever. You know what I'm saying? To sit down there and to wreak havoc on someone who is trying to earn a living. I want to make sure that I earn my money, and because I'm doing my very best, it is looked upon and it's shamed. Why do we allow that to happen? What is it that in our society that says, well, thank you so much, bitch. Is that all you got to say on this damn live about how big my nose is? Get the fuck off my line with that. Okay, I know it's big. Thank you. That just pisses. See, it's bullshit like that. I don't care if that was supposed to be funny, if it's a joke, it's whatever. I'm trying to be serious, and y'all coming in fucking up some bullshit. That's bullshit. Anyway. See, that just pissed me off and I just lost my train of thought. I just lost my train of thought because I was on the roll and I got this whole bullshit. You know, Lexi Smith, who in the fuck are you? I'm finna right there. Okay, who are you? Who are you? Hey, what's going on? Yeah, see, I just can't stand bullshit. That's just so damn, that's childish. Childish. Okay, just childish. But I lost my train of thought, and it just pissed me off. And then my alarm just went off, so I got to go get ready to punch in. But oh, that just pissed me off. In any regard, I wanted to get into a discussion about making sure we understand on-the-job integrity and making sure that we stop shaming folks who are being their very best. You know, we need to stop shaming folks because they are doing, you know, what the job requires, and because you as a general public can't pull your stunt, can't get over, can't get your little hookup on or whatever. Your intentions have been foiled. Your ill intentions have been foiled. You know, you want to now sit down here and criticize somebody. So, with all that being said, darlings, let's do better with that. I'm gonna get off of here right now because I'm starting to stutter, and I need to go punch in. I didn't want to be on here all, you know, too long, but I'm gonna come back a little bit later. Michelle, hey baby, how you doing? I'm gonna come back a little later, I hope, and to get into this because I want to get into the Brett Kavanaugh confirmation hearings because I know they confirmed him today, which doesn't shock me. I knew they were probably going to do that, and I want to get into a couple of other things. Particularly, I'm coming back with a hot one. It's going to be interracial relationships and things. And when I had a conversation today with my cousin, and she asked me a question that I want to bring to y'all. Okay, so yeah, I think I will come back. So with this particular discussion, let me take a pause right here because I got to go punch in and get ready to make these donuts. But I'm training a new officer, so right now I'm just going to be support system. He's going to do what he got to do to make sure he knows what. And for the bitch you want to talk about my damn nose, bitch, yes, it's wide, it's broad. I do not do cocaine or whatever. I don't do none of that old bullshit. Okay, I am the runny nose boy. For those of y'all who want to sit up there, go there. It is what it is. And thank you so kindly, but that shit just pissed me off. So Miss Lexi Smith or Mr. Lexi Smith or bitch, whoever the fuck you are, get the fuck off my feet with that bullshit, okay? And yes, I said it that way because I'm pissed. So with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu for right now. What I am going to do, like I said, I'm going to come back in a minute. And I'm going to come back because, like I said, I got something. Walter, hey, baby, what's going on? You came in on the. Stay tuned. I'm going to come back, y'all, because I got to go punch in. Isaac, creme de la creme. I love that. Okay, thank y'all for coming in. Go back and review this one because when I come back a little later, we're going to get into interracial dating and going up the pay scale and what it means to be successful and how to date when you're trying to when you're trying to grow and move up the pay scale, and you want to date, you want to stay within your race, but you realize that as you go up in the business world or wherever you are, the folks who are on your same pay scale are not the same color. So what does that mean? How do we get around all that? I want to talk about that in a few minutes. So that's going to be my next one when we come back, okay? So having said all that, let me get with y'all in a few minutes, okay? Greg, stand by for the clap back. Yeah, you're right. What's a good time to call me? Text me, and I'll let you know when I'm clear, okay? Or just look for the live. If I don't text back, that means I'm about to get ready to go live again. So we're going to get ready to do all that, okay? So I'll talk with you guys in a minute. Thanks, ciao.